Hi, here we are to talk about WordPress some more, and I'm going to continue with my Nob Hill Gazette site here. And one of the things I'd like to do is I'd like to create a home page, and the home page is going to look different from the interior pages. And this is a rough, wireframe diagram of what I want the home page to look like, okay? It'll have a logo in the upper corner, and then it'll have some navigation here and a big banner image, and then some boxes here with a picture in them, right? And then there'll be some other information and then some columns down here with some stuff in the footer, right? Okay. So to do this, we need to use a grid system. Okay. So I'm going to grid this out so you can see these are three, sections, right? They're thirds, or they divide the page in thirds, and then this section divides the page into quarters, right? So the first thing we need to do is we need to install the grid system and then set up our home page, okay? So let's take a look. Looking at my files that I supplied for the example here, I've included this file here, which is the unsemantic grid, and the one that I included was it's unsemantic grid responsive tablet CSS, and you can get that from the unsemantic grid site here. You can download it. When you download their files, they have a bunch of files in there. There's a bunch of different versions of the CSS grid system in there for different purposes. This is the one that I chose to work with. It includes the tablet sizes, so if you want to make a responsive site, it'll be responsive and it'll include the tablet classes. Okay, I've included it here, so you don't need to do that. And or you can do it if you're building everything from scratch. Now the next thing is we need to link to this file. So looking at the header file, I'm going to go to header and go to brackets here, and I'm editing my header from fetch, right? So I'm editing it directly here, and any moment now, there it is, right? So looking at the header, what you'll see is I have a link here to my style sheet, right? And this is the link that's going to link to the unsemantic grid style sheet. And you'll see that every time you create a link, it's got a rel style sheet, and then it has href. And in here, I've got the PHP tag with blog info and template directory, right? So this points to our WordPress theme folder for this theme. And then after this, I've included a slash and the name of the file. So you can see that this says, unsemantic grid responsive tablet CSS, okay? Okay, so once we've got that, let me get rid of this thing here so it looks a little neater, right? So once I've got that, then the second line here is just the link to the regular style CSS, and this doesn't require anything special. But anyway, so now this is going to link to our unsemantic grid, so we have that, okay? So I've already kind of done that for us, right? So our next step is to create a home page. And I've created the home page here, and I've called it homepage.php. So this is going to be our the page that will be the front page, right? And I'll edit that with brackets. And when I look at this, at the top here, you'll see that I've included a comment that says homepage.php. Okay, now I've done that so when I inspect the page in the browser, I can look for this comment and know that my site is displaying this particular template, because it might be displaying a different template, and that might be why it's not working correctly or something, right? So if I can spot this, then I know that I know which template is currently in use, right? Underneath this, I've included a PHP tag with a comment that says template name : and then it says custom home, okay? And you can call this anything you want. So this name will actually show up in the WordPress interface and allow us to choose this template and assign it to any page, okay? So as long as we have this, we're good. And then underneath here, you can see I've got get header, and at the bottom, I've got get footer. And then in the middle here is the content for my home page, okay? So anyway, so that's fine now. So just remember that this page says template name custom home, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to go look at our WordPress admin panel, and I'll go to Pages. And what you want to do is you want to create a page here. Just click Add New, right? And you can name the page anything you want. I've already created a page here called Home, right? So you'll create the home page. And you can type in any content here for the home page. So mine's going to say it's an attitude, not an address, right? And then over on this side, it says Page Attributes, and there's a box here. And in the Page Attributes box, there is an item here that says Template, right? And what you can do is you can choose the custom home template from the menu here. If you choose the default template, what will happen is WordPress will default to index PHP, okay? But what I want to do is I want to use the custom home template. So I'm going to choose that one, and then I'll click Update to update my page, okay? And so now we're going to do one more thing, okay? Because right now, if I go to my site, I won't see the home page, right? What I'm seeing is all of my regular posts, right? These are just posts, you know. This one says social calendar, and I don't know what else we have here, basket case, and you know, just a bunch of stuff, but it's not the home page, right? So what we need to do is go to Settings and go to Reading, Settings Reading. And under here, there's an option that says Front Page Displays. And what we want to do is we want to say, instead of displaying our latest posts, I want to display a static page on the home page, okay? Or if the front page will display a static page. And you can pick a page where your posts will appear and a page where, you know, or something that will appear on the front page. So I'm going to select for the front page, I'm going to pick one of the pages that I created, and I just created a page called Home, so I'm going to choose that one. And then that will now be my front page. For the post page, I'm actually not going to select anything here, and that's okay too. And well, we need to save changes here, so I'm going to click Save Changes. And then it says Settings Saved, and so we're good. So now when I go to the Nob Hill Gazette site, now I'm going to see my front page. And I put this giant image on here. Let me get rid of that, and I'll show you how to add the image in the next video, okay? So I had actually already done that, so I'm going to delete that one. But let me update and go back here, right? So anyway, so this is my home page, right? And you can see it says it's an attitude, not an address. And then I have the header up here, and I've got my footer at the bottom there, okay? So anyway, so that shows you how to set up the home page, right? So now we'll have a static page on the home page. And if I remember about that comment, right, if I inspect the page, you'll see at the top here it says homepage.php, okay? So now we know that that is the template that we're displaying here, okay? Right, it has that comment, and if I look here, you can see that that comment matches this comment right here, so I know that homepage.php is this one, okay? So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope that gets you started on your site.